The following is a demonstration on how to load SumiMark SM-CM product on a SumiMark 4 300 DPI marking system. Be sure to follow proper safety instructions by powering off the unit. First, be sure to make setting changes to the SumiMark 4 AIO 300 DPI printer driver. Once the printer driver is located, right-click on it and choose the Printing Preferences option. On the new pop-up window, choose the Stock tab. On this tab, change the label sensor setting to label mark and change the post-print action to none. Next, go to the Options tab located on the same pop-up window and check the Send with Job box under Print Head Temperature, then slide the cursor to 15. After changing these settings, be sure to click the Apply and OK buttons at the bottom of the screen. Now you are ready to begin loading the SumiMark SM-CM product into the printer. First, lower the printhead latch door to expose the area between the printhead and blue platen. Then, pull the plastic sensor toward you so the white arrow on the sensor is about in the middle of the platen. You may have to move the primary guide in order to allow the sensor to be moved. To move the primary guide, simply turn the small lever counterclockwise. Then push the guide back just enough to allow the sensor to move. Once the sensor is in proper position, turn the small lever on the primary guide clockwise to lock back into position. Next, take the spool of SumiMark SM-CM and place it onto the tubing spooler stand so the tubing is unrolling from underneath the spool and rotating clockwise. Now, thread the product through the back of the printer and through the 3 guides. The product should route over the guide closest to the back panel, under the middle guide, and over the guide closest to the print head. Once product is routed through all 3 guides, gently push the product forward, ensuring it fits between the top of the sensor and the aluminum plate, with the leading edge of the product at the crest of the blue platen. Also, make sure the arrow on the sensor lines up over the rectangular sensor holes between the product parts. If the sensor isn't lined up with the sensor holes, it will cause print skipping. Now, close the printhead latch door, then close the printhead latch. Next, adjust the guides so the product will move freely through them. With the product fitting between the black spacers, simply hold the inside of the guide while turning the red knob on the end of the guide. The black spacers should be close enough to the product to prevent unnecessary movement of the product, but not touching it, which may cause drag. Now the product is properly loaded, hit print on the print window of the SumiMark software. This will allow the printer to calibrate. The printer should advance only 1 or 2 parts before completing calibration. If more are required, the sensor is probably not lined up correctly with the sensor holes. After calibration has completed, you are now ready to print markers. This operation should only take a couple of minutes. If you have any further questions on how to perform this operation, feel free to call our technical support department at 760-761-0600, extension 203. Thank you for your time and interest in the SumiMark 4 marking system.